Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there is Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we are in the updated 2024 Chevrolet Trailblazer RS all-wheel drive. And in this video, we're going to tell you how this subcompact crossover fits our family of three here on Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. All right, Holly. You
are in that mood.
You give me a hard time for the pointing earlier. So we are in the 2024 freshly updated Chevrolet Trailblazer. Not the Blazer. Respect your elders. Thanks to our friends over at VehicleNanny.com for this shirt. But yes, we are in the Trailblazer, which is a subcompact, which is smaller than what we drive daily in our compact crossover Jeep Cherokee. We'll get into more of how it feels inside here in a little bit, but I want to know your thoughts on exterior styling of this one.
I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, you don't?
No, I do.
Oh, you sounded like, yeah? Like surprised.
Yes, it got a new face and new lighting on the outside for 2024. It looks much more like its twin, maybe a fraternal twin, not a identical twin in the Chevy Trax, but also looks
like a cousin.
No, that would be like the cousin to this would be the Buick version. So anyway, we're getting deep into the family tree of General Motors here. Anyway,
okay.
The front looks more like the Chevy Trax or the bigger Blazer, not the EV, the gas-powered Blazer. Updated look, a little less blocky and a little more curvaceous up front.
A little bit more curvaceous up front.
And given that we have the RS model, we get a lot of black accents and dark chrome up front, and really contrasts nicely against our Summit white paint job, don't you think?
I like it.
Even get the black roof.
The black, yes, which, gives it a little bit of an interesting touch to the design.
Especially back on that C-pillar. We get that kind of shark fin looking white panel with the black kind of cascading over it. That gives it a very unique look that Chevy has now adapted to the much bigger Traverse 3-row for 2024. So keeping family ties together and stealing elements that work in other vehicles on the outside. But otherwise, looks really cool, right?
It looks really cool. I like it.
Fits in our garage quite well. Though we'll get a little bit to that in a little bit when we're talking driving.
Are all of them all-wheel drive?
No.
Oh, okay. And
that is something we'll get into as well when we talk about driving. Thoughts on the interior?
I really like the design on the inside. I don't know what this cost. I'm assuming it's an affordable vehicle. And sometimes when you get into the affordable price range, the interiors just get so boring. Yeah. Like, because it's affordable, it must be boring. But this one is not
the case.
There's a lot of different textures here. It is not, there is a little bit of that black, whatever you call it, that shows the
but it's not piano black. It's like a metallic black.
Yeah, it's like so that makes it better. But there's not really that much of it either.
And then up here, it's actually got like a diamond design on it. So.
Yeah, like a snake's back, a diamond. Ooh. And then you have this nice red that is dark and it's matte.
Yep.
That I just really like that accent.
I'd hazard a guess that is perhaps Tucker.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
What is your favorite design or element inside of this car?
He doesn't have them back
there. Yeah. I'm sorry, buddy.
They're up here, up at the front.
Yeah, and he doesn't get them on the back doors. Womp womp.
Womp womp.
So yes, very nice. Looks like anodized aluminum though. Plastic, but it looks really nice.
It looks really nice. So,
yeah. Nice touch.
And then you have the different texture right here on the dashboard, then up here up top.
That mimics the material on the door and on the seats.
It's squishy.
Yes.
Nice.
So, very fun, sporty, athletic looking design in here with all the red and
Yeah.
The contrasting materials. Thoughts on screens?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
I feel like this one's going to show fingerprints
Yeah.
very easily, but I mean, most screens do.
So we have an 11-inch wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You have an 8-inch screen over there that they're starting to put in all their products. It's in the Trax. It's in the Colorado that we had. It was in the GMC Canyon that we had. So, it's there. Not a lot of fanfare for that one. Single zone climate, which again, in this price range, is about par for the course. So we do have heated seat bottoms up here. No
Seat bottoms.
Yeah, not seat backs. But that's nice.
Okay, what about a heated steering wheel?
Oh,
It
yeah,
may be in there.
right there.
There it is.
Yes, heated steering wheel. Thoughts on the steering wheel?
I really like the steering wheel. It's got like 3 different textures on it, which is nice. It is on the firmer side, which is fine.
Sporty.
But then it's got this flat bottom for the, makes it feel sporty.
Yep.
And then you've got the, I don't know, textured,
Yeah, perforated leather.
perforated.
Yep.
That's
You've
nice.
got your radio controls on the back and some cruise control stuff on the front. Your heated steering wheel button on the front.
Heated steering wheel back.
Pointing again. But yes.
And then you've got a little rolly thing here for your volume and stuff like that, which is cool.
Actually, that changes your controls on the screen over here.
You have a little rolly thing to change your controls on the screen over here.
And then we've got some more buttons down here. I guess we can go ahead and talk about, you asked if they are all-wheel drive. They are not. And they aren't always all-wheel drive. There's actually a button where you have to turn it on. You are currently in all-wheel drive.
Yes.
I could turn it off and put it in front-wheel drive. It gives you a little indication there on the screen. We have a 9-speed automatic because of the all-wheel drive. If you don't, you get a continuously variable transmission, which in our experience, the vehicles that have had it, you haven't commented on it specifically because you didn't know the mechanics of it, but you didn't like them either. So very much prefer the 9-speed auto to a CVT. Works fairly well. How's the power and drivability of this one?
It's good.
Yep.
The reason I asked about the all-wheel drive
Okay.
is because I told you, it was raining yesterday or whatever, and the wheels were spinning. I don't know if that's a tire thing, but I don't think it is, because when you told me to click the all-wheel drive button, and I did, and it's better.
Yep.
I mean, it eliminated the issue, but the reason for me asking you that is, like, is that an issue with the ones that are not all-wheel drive?
Y'all had to comment. That is a big reason why you would shop the Trailblazer versus the Trax. Trax strictly comes front-wheel drive only. That's one of the ways they made it more affordable than this one. This one offers all-wheel drive. You don't have to get it. I recommend it. Y'all have said in the comments that you wouldn't buy Trax in northern climates. You would only go for a Trailblazer. So that's a big reason for many people to shop Trailblazer. But as we are about to turn on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, we can see how Tucker's wobbly head does and see how this handles some rougher pavement, old school brick pavement. Tucker, how's your wobbly head?
Not wobbling.
Not wobbly? How's yours?
I think it's good. I mean, you can feel it,
Yeah.
but it's
Here
not.
comes the bad one.
Here's the big one.
Yeah, but it's about what you would expect.
Yeah, it's not like
We're not in a luxury vehicle.
driving a truck
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. So it is it is a little on the noisy side, not only like just the reverberations on this pavement, but I've noticed the engine is a little on the noisy side. Have you?
You think so?
Yeah.
I can't say that I've noticed it, but also my main daily driver is the Jeep, and it's really noisy.
Yeah.
So
there's that. Only 3 cylinders in this one.
I guess it is a little noisy.
Only 3 cylinders in this one.
Okay.
Half the cylinders that are in your Jeep. But decent amount of power. Care to guess some of the main competitors of this before we do child seat? We've had them recently. They were bright and yellow. Hyundai Kona and Kia Seltos are
those are competitors?
the most recent competitors we've had to this.
Okay, so the Kona feels a lot smaller than this. Is
Really?
it?
That's interesting because it is one of the larger ones on the inside.
Kona?
Yeah, when it comes to it. Also, Subaru Crosstrek is another competitor to this one. Why don't we...
Maybe it's the...
The roof?
Yeah, I think the Kona is shorter, right?
Definitely, this one does sit up tall, and we'll talk about that here in just a moment. But while we're talking interior space, go ahead and put Tucker's child safety seat back there in the back. Talk a little bit about rear cargo, and we'll come back. Installing Tucker's child safety seat back here in the back of the Chevy Trailblazer is very nice and very convenient. I will go ahead and note before I bring the car seat around, there are cutouts in the Evotex seating material down here in the seat bottom to get to the lower latches, which makes that very easy and simple. Once you know that they are hidden back here behind this, they are also noted with a couple buttons on the seat back. There aren't any lower latches here for the center seat, so if you do want to put a car seat there, you're going to be using the seatbelt method, but there are top tethers all the way across back here in the back. This is also a 60/40 split bench rear seat. As you can see here, the 60% is on the passenger side, which I would normally complain about being backwards because it doesn't allow us to utilize all of the space because we always put Tucker's car seat on this side. But Chevy has thought about that to give you additional storage. They allow for a completely fold flat front passenger seat in this one to extend how long of an item you can bring in here. So you really can't pass through some long items here in the Chevy Trailblazer. Really like, you even get hard black plastic on the back of this to protect it when you do have long items stored in here. But you're probably not going to be doing that too much if you put your child safety seat here on the passenger side. We'll go ahead and bring in Tucker's Graco Extend-A-Fit car seat. I'll go ahead and recline it for its rear-facing configuration to show you just how much room is up there for the front passenger when it is in its rear-facing format. Coming around to the front door here and opening up, we're gonna have to really work with a couple different things here and scoot this seat all the way forward to get it in a comfortable position. And let's see. Okay, moment of truth. How much room did that leave me up here? Wow, that's actually quite impressive. And these are not in the dash. Chevy's done a good job of pushing everything forward and giving me enough room to get really semi-comfortable up here in front of a rear-facing car seat. I would say there is as much, if not more space here in the subcompact Trailblazer than in my wife's 2014 Jeep Cherokee compact crossover, and I had to ride over here for several years, so did she, in front of a rear-facing car seat. So this is actually doable for young families. I would highly recommend this one if you're on a budget looking for a fun crossover. Now let's go turn that car seat around. Tucker's been riding in forward-facing for quite some time now. We'll go ahead and drop the top tether back behind the headrest here, making that easier to install here in just a moment. And then, as I mentioned, the lower latch points are hidden underneath the seating material. There are some slits in that seating material. Makes it easy to get to and latch those into place. And with the seat moved forward and the general height of the vehicle, it's very easy to snug this thing down. So I'd give this a solid A for ease of entry and a solid A for this size class for how much room is up there for the front passenger, even in a rear-facing format. All around, pretty easy, but let's go back and see how easy it is to put that top tether in, how deep that rear cargo area is. Talk a little bit about cargo space back there too. Coming to the back of the vehicle, I do want to show off with that proximity key that we do have a kick to open tailgate. So if your hands are full, you can kick to open and the rear hatch will open. It is a power programmable hatch where you can set just how wide it opens, but I'll go ahead and show you here. I'm 5'10", plenty of room, no problems with our 1963 built home and garage. It is a rather shallow reach in to get here to the top tethers on the back. Very easy to snug down, and while it does pull on the seating material, Chevy's put cloth on the seat back here, so there really isn't going to be any long-term damage to the seating material from having the top tether really snug down back here. Trust me, before Tucker rides in here, I am going to make sure it's secure and snug with 2 hands. It's a little easier to do that way. There are a couple of interesting options back here with luggage and storage. I'm going to go ahead and remove my backpack and show you. So we do have this hard one-piece load floor back here, but there is a trick. So we can pull up on this right here and put it in this position right here, which allows us to get to our tools for changing the flat, our temporary spare, everything that you would need back here for that. You can see we also have carpeted floor mats in this model. That's where they've decided to store them, but very nice that you can get back here easily. You don't have to fiddle with this. It just kind of slides right into place all on its own. You can also pull it out a little bit further and drop it down here, which, as you can see, gives you a little bit of extra height when it comes to storing some tall things here. So if you had some taller things to store, you absolutely could. The problem is now, if we fold these seat backs down, you can see there is a transition now between the seat backs and the floor back here, which is why maybe you would prefer having this in its upright position. Now we get kind of a smooth transition there. Get a little bit of extra storage here on the sides as well. All around, a nice touch, rather convenient back here in the back of the Trailblazer. And even though there's a button on the tailgate, you can simply kick underneath there, make sure and kick in the right spot, or you can push the button there. But my second kick worked and it'll come to a close. Okay, coming around to the passenger side, I mentioned a trick of this passenger seat and we were talking storage. While we were in the back, I lamented the 60/40 split bench rear seat being backwards, and now you're about to see why. Because we can pull up on this lever right here and the seat back folds flat, so you can get some extremely long items all the way in and through the front of this vehicle. So you can see this has been used for transporting some long items. It is a very nice touch. You do get hard plastic in some of the contact points here, but you still get a map pocket on the back of the front seat. So that is a very nice touch. Just thinking a little bit ahead, adding to the overall utility of this vehicle, allowing you to carry very long items here in this compact crossover. So yes, taller vehicle, also taller than the Trax. It definitely feels bigger, taller, higher, which I notice every time I get in with this. Have you noticed how tall this is? Yeah, I feel like I'm the...
No, I've only driven in this.
Okay.
I don't think I've ridden in this. And I keep my hands at 10 and 2.
Well, every time I get in the vehicle, I'm like, oh, there it is. But yeah, this feels very...
I would rather it be tall than be like, oh.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah.
Which we've been in cars like that before.
Yeah, the Toyota Corolla didn't even have
one.
Oh,
Every
time I fell in on that one. So yes, I second that. But yeah, what are your thoughts, interior space, on this one? You said it feels a little bit bigger than the Kona from your memories of the Kona.
I like it, and I did a whole grocery shop. Didn't video it though. I just did it all willy-nilly.
All willy-nilly, like we don't make money from it.
Document it at all. And I thought the trunk space was a really nice size. Would fit
power hatch
well for us. Power hatch.
Yeah,
easy.
Got your favorite kick to open feature. You probably haven't played with that.
I didn't play with that. Didn't even try. It was raining.
Yeah.
That's one reason why I didn't record.
Storage. What do you think of storage in here?
Yeah, I haven't opened this. I don't.
So it's a little lane.
No.
It's very...
It's deep, but it's near, right?
Yeah, and this completely feels... it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, you'd have to put something in here that you wouldn't mind. Like...
Yeah. You always
like you couldn't put a bunch of coins in there and be like...
Yeah. And then you've got some open storage there.
I don't like open storage. Look, like...
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that. You don't either?
Couple cup holders with cutouts for tablets or mug handles.
Now the cup holders, I was going to bring something to test it. They
no rubber
look
grippers.
small.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't you think?
They did, yeah, they feel
They
a little
look
small.
small.
But
So I'm like, I don't know if like those big Stanley cups that everybody loves would fit in there.
and then we do get
Even with the narrow bottom.
a Qi wireless charger up here. I don't know why I put your phone over that cable. It's right in the middle. It takes up all that space up there. I don't like it. I hate when automakers take up wasted space by that. But yeah. Any other thoughts? Before?
So storage could be better.
Yeah.
On the inside.
Yeah.
Trunk space good.
Yeah. We do have all-weather floor mats, which on
is
this
nice.
rainy Christmas Eve is very nice.
I do like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the older I get, the more I like all-weather mats.
There are carpeted ones back there in the back, but we've got the all-weather ones, so nice.
I will say I haven't been the biggest fan of the visibility.
Okay.
The rear view mirror is pretty small.
The window is
pretty small, and then you have the headrest back there. But then the biggest problem I have found when I was driving it are the big back corners. When I was at the grocery store,
just trying to back out, I'm sure.
Yeah, when I was trying to back out, and it's the weekend of Christmas, there's tons of people walking. There's a point where I could not see a person on the camera or in the corner. I was going slow because there was lots of people and I was being cautious. Thank God.
Yeah.
Because it was a split second and then the person was in the screen, but they were standing there in my screen and I could not see them at all in the corner. So that's just something that's a safety thing that I was like, ooh. I mean, thank goodness I was paying attention, but not everybody pays attention. So.
Correct. So, good, not great. But I'm sure some of that will come down to the window sticker.
What's the gas mileage?
EPA rates it 26 highway, 26 city, 29 highway, 27 combined.
Oh, I did forget to talk about the seats are very comfortable.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
They're very comfortable.
I had to ask leather or not.
I'm going to say not.
Correct.
But not because they don't feel, they don't quite feel like leather.
Yeah.
But they're very comfortable. I would say the bottom is a little bit firmer than I would like it, but everything else makes up for it because the sides are very squishy and then the back is so comfortable.
And you don't slide around in them.
No, it hugs you in the right spots, right?
Yep.
I like it. And supports my lower back. Very nice.
Now, you have a power seat. I have a fully manual seat.
Yeah.
While we're talking about storage, did you know?
We weren't talking about storage. We were talking.
I know. Did you know this seat folds completely flat so you can put really long items in it?
Oh, I did not know that. That's nice.
And they put hard plastic on the back.
I like it.
Yeah. All right.
Hard plastic on the back.
Just this one. Just this.
Oh.
What do you think the cost of this one is? Keep in mind, all-wheel drive is an option.
Okay, all-wheel drive. 47.
No.
Too high?
Goodness gracious.
Oh,
no.
good. Goodness gracious. 37.
Much closer.
Okay.
34,670.
Oh, that's nice.
So again, talking about that Kona that we had recently, that one was all-wheel drive. That one was 35. It had heated and ventilated front seats and a few luxuries that this one doesn't. But this one's competitive. Fairly similar fuel economy numbers from a smaller engine. How do you feel about it now?
I like it.
Yeah? You can see this one.
I thought it was good at 47.
So there you go. If you want to know more from Holly, see more from her, from Tucker, go find her on Facebook and Instagram at Female Consumer. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube at GT Garage Talk, or go to gtgaragetalk.com. But as for us, in an affordable Chevy, from Christmas Eve, I know you're watching this much later. Until next time, Gearheads, goodbye.
Bye.
And Merry Christmas. Again.
And Merry Christmas.
Everybody ready?
I'm ready. I'm not ready. Okay, I'm ready.
Not even your phone, huh?
No.
That's lame. Merry Christmas. Yeah.
was so cheesy. All-wheel drive.
The turning radius on this sucks.
Wait, did you say socks?
Yep, dirty socks.
Oh, boy.